Hi, everybody. Hello. We're going to be looking at leaves today. Leaves, how to make leaves the focus of your cards, using leaves on your cards without the need for flowers, because normally flowers are all the thing, but actually leaves can look lovely too. So we're going to be looking at leaves. I've got several cards that we're going to be looking at. We're going to make a few, as always, you know me. Sometimes, they go hand in hand with flowers. So you might have a card like this that goes hand in hand with flowers. Or you might have one that is just all leaves. So we'll come back to that one in a minute. So welcome. My name is Pip Todman. I run queenpipcards.com for all your Stampin' Up and event needs, and I run Card Making Know-How membership for all your teaching needs. Anything you need to learn about card making, you come along over to the Card Making Know-How membership and you can learn it all in there. So this is my membership. It is £15 a month or £40 for a quarter. And in here, you can learn everything you need to know about card making. It's set up in chunks. So you learn the easy bits first, or the most foundational bits first. And then you add on information about all the different things that might be in your craft stash. And then you learn how to put them all together. So if that sounds like your kind of a thing, come and have a look at it. It's open at the moment. We are going to be running a free workshop in my group all about design in August, and yeah, you'll be invited to join the membership as well then if you want to, but if not, you can come along to the workshop for free, no problem. So how are we all doing? Oh, loads of people popping on. Oh, we've got loads of people. We've got Jane, we've got Ange, we've got another Jane, we've got Nola, we've got Melly, hello, and then we've got someone in Facebook. You need to make sure that you've ticked that you've done the streamyard.com/Facebook so that StreamYard knows who you are. So if you just do this from in the description, in the Facebook description for this video, then it will link you up and then we'll know who you are, which is always handy because I like to know who you are and I can say hello. I will go back and say hi to everybody on Facebook if you can't get that working afterwards. Okay, so we're talking leaves. Flowers are easy, aren't they? We all do flowers. We all love a floral. I'm not knocking flowers. Please don't think I don't like flowers. I love flowers. And in fact, we'll be talking about flowers next week. But this week I wanted to talk about leaves because they kind of get a little left behind, but they're really useful. And they're really useful for lots of things. You can make them pretty and, very I want to say girly. It's not really girly, but it's got, we've got some bling going on and all that. So you can make them like that, or you can make them quite manly into man's cards as well. So they're really versatile. Hi Donna, hi Vicky, nice to see you. Hi Jean. Oh, Jean's popped in over from Facebook, lovely. Jane says she loves her leaves. Yes, and I think that's the thing. Either you're with leaves or you're with or you're not quite there yet, or you have leaves and you only know how to use them with flowers. So I'm going to try and show you how to use your leaves, and we're going to make some cards that are not necessarily with flowers. Good morning, Lina. Hi, how are you? You're not on replay, you're live. So you are actually live and I can talk to you. Now, I'm going to say Lina, but I don't know if that's actually how I pronounce your name. So if it isn't, please put me right because I hate pronouncing names wrong. So, okay. So we're going to look at how and when you're going to use your leaves in card making. And we're going to look at all the different types of leaves that you can do. We have so many different options out there. So we'll talk about some. I'm going to use for this particular class that I'm doing, we're going to be looking at this stamp set, but you could use any stamp set that has leaves. This one happens to coordinate with a punch, so we'll be looking at the stamp and the punch together. But as I say, I will also show you how you can do it with other things. So if you don't have what I have, and please let me stress this, if you do not own what I am using, you don't have to buy what I am using. You can probably find a leaf set in your stash that you can use. Okay. I don't want people these videos are not, oh, look, buy this, it's lovely. Yes, you can buy it from me if you want to, but that's not the point. The point is about helping you understand how to use leaves in card making. Okay, so I'm talking about how to use leaves in card making, not specifically to do with the stamp set. And I think that's really important to get across, because I hear loads and loads and loads of people say to me, well, I watch the video, I buy the stuff, and then I don't know how to use it afterwards. I can only make that one card. And I hate that. That really hurts my heart. So I want you to feel confident that you should be able to use any leaves you've got in your stash by the end of this class to make something beautiful with leaves. And I would love for you to then pop it into my Facebook group, which is Card Making for Beginners and Beyond. Okay. Margaret says, I was waiting for the other Facebook. What other Facebook, Margaret? There is no other Facebook. It's only this one coming. Oh, you mean the one for Alyssa next week? That's next week. I have to do it early so she can get it out to all her peeps as well. Yeah, sorry, that's next week. Yes, this week we're doing... No, it's not next week, is it? It's Wednesday. Oh, I'm all up in the air. So today we're doing leaves. Wednesday we're doing flowers. Okay. All righty. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so let's flip this over so we can see my screen and my desk. There we go. Okay, so there's nothing here at the moment. So this is the card that I've just Lena, that's fine. Don't worry. Time difference is difficult. I know. I mean, it must be really, really early for you over there. So you do you, and I'll do me. And if you want to ask questions, you're live, so you can. Okay. So this is the card I made earlier, and it's just really just full of leaves. So you can see I've used the leaves to make a stamped background image, and then I've used the leaves as the focal point around the words here in the center. And then we've added some sparkles. Can you see the sparkles? I love the sparkles. These gems are just so lovely. They are actually tinsely, so they sparkle. And then I popped on a few pearls as well. But I want to show you that this is how I use leaves sometimes to make a background. So, oh, bless you. Thank you, Sue. You're still buzzing from Saturday. It was absolutely fantastic. Thank you. You're very welcome. Oh, and Vicky says it's 7:36 a.m. Oh, that's a bit early. Get your coffee. Make sure you sit with the coffee. If you've got any leaf stamps with you, anyone who's not at 7:30 in the morning, and you want to do some stamping along with me, then feel free, because that's what we're all about here. We're going to do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to get that, and then under here somewhere. Right, so I've got a piece of grid paper. This comes in a big sheet. I just chop it down because it's easier for the camera. Now, I've got lots of different size leaves, different shape leaves. They're all the same size and shape, but they're all different images in them. So I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Let me get the stamp set. It's probably easier. So in this stamp set, we've got different types of leaves, and you can infill, and you've got different little ones and all that kind of stuff. And you've got this nice big one on its own over here, which I quite like. But I used this one before, so I'm now going to use all three, but we're going to mix and match just to show you how you can do the same kind of background but slightly different. So I'm in a blue mood at the moment. I don't know why. Blues and purples, you know me. Maybe my favorite colors of all time. Right, here we go. So any colors, your colors, you could use red, yellow, orange. You could use I don't know, browns, you could use pinks, you could use greens, you could use, you know, whatever. Obviously green is more commonly known with leaves, but who says they have to be green? That's what I say. Alrighty, so we're going to start off, and I'm going to use this one for this color, and I'm starting in the middle. The reason I start in the middle is because sometimes if you start off at one edge, you never quite get to the middle, and then there's a blank space. Good morning, Hannah. It's your first time watching. Good morning. Welcome. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you. I'm not sure if it's Vicky's first time either. It might be Vicky's. She says she likes the speckle stamp. Yes, I like that too. Okay, but we're going to focus on the flowers for now. We'll come back to that speckly stamp. So I am top and tailing my leaves, and we're going to just start to create a random pattern with colours. and I'm going wherever I want to, whatever colour I want to, but just filling in this whole piece here. Now, as I say, if you start from the middle, you've got more opportunity to work out where you're going with this. Actually, I think I'm going to do this way. Let's do that way. And you just start to work along the piece of card. So we'll do this one this way. There we go. And they fill in lovely. And you can mix and match, do a bit down here if you want. Just go where the feeling takes you is my motto. But try to not leave too many big gaps directly in the center, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. It can get a bit blotchy. And we're just filling in with our leaves. Also make sure that you're that you're putting stuff in from all the three colors in a nice random fashion around the place. Oh, Vicky, it's your first time too. That's lovely. Aha, Sharon, you were using a different device. Yeah, that always throws off Facebook, doesn't it? Confuses it. Doesn't know who you are. Who's this mystery person trying to come and chat with Pip? I'm glad you've worked it out, honey. Thank you. All right. So can you see how easy it is to start building up just a little background? And if you feel like you're missing a color, you can just add the smallest amounts on the edges and it just brings that color back in. So you can do this with the same leaves. They could be identical. I mean, this one is exactly the same leaf and exactly the same color all over. So, you don't have to use something completely new. Now, I'm going to do this one again because I like this color, but we're going to have to add something else in there in a different color to make that. Now I'm going to have a spot there, but that's okay. I can cope with that, I think. Okay, I'm going to put some here and you go sort of sideways, which is good. Add a bit in that way. Okay. So now I have my base piece, and if you wanted to get fancy with it, you can blend your edges, you can do some darkening, you can make it look all moody. I just like using them as they are, really, because it's easy and I do simple stuff. So I like simple cards. I don't really do difficult. I try not to do difficult because it confuses me. Unless I'm doing retreat, and then we do difficult, and then that's just, we do easy and difficult, really. Okay, so this is the gorgeous grape that pulls out this gorgeous grape color from in here. Okay. Now you could add another layer as well, also possible. Let me see, what ribbon have we got here? We've got any ribbon that would go nicely with that. Looking at my color options. I've got some retired ribbon. Yeah, I've got my retired ribbon. I never get rid of my retired ribbon if the color is still in the stash, because you can still use it. It's lovely. Love a bit of gorgeous grape. Plus it's gorgeous grape, so it's never going to go anywhere in my stash. Okay, so there we go. It's best purple they've come up with so far, I believe, in my humble opinion. So I'm just recreating this this card that I made before, but I'm going to show you how I did it sort of step by step, and we might change a few things up, but to start off with, I just wanted to show you how we could make a lovely background. Like so. Pull this across. Hold it up so I can see if it's straight. Yep, that looks straight. Okay. Then we'll glue this to the base, because then that's out the way. It's done, it's dusted, it's out the way, and I don't have to worry about it again. So I like getting that down early. Now this is the second layer gluing, if you know what I mean. So it's not, so it's left a bigger border around the cardstock. Okay, I like that. And then we're going to then do things with leaves that are not stamped, because you know you might not like stamping. That's also a possibility. In which case you can just use a punch or a die, and you can use this to create decorative features. Oh, look at that. We've got loads of comments. So Elaine says, love those colours. Started using those last night. Fantastic. Ah, hey, Taz. Happy Monday to you too. It's nice that you managed to get on. Oh, Nairi, it's your, is it your first time here? That's lovely. Nice to see you. Nina says it's her favourite colour. Nola says she loves those colours. I knew I had some purple fans in the group, right? Because we did that whole colour thing the other day in the group. And I asked you what all your favourite colours were. And of course there is Angela who loves purple. I mean, she had to with that surname, didn't she? So, oh, and it is your first time. Excellent. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Thanks very much for joining. Okay, so we need a label, and then we need to create this sort of leaf, decorative leaf area around the side here, because this is creating your focal point on the card. And I want that all to be done with leaves, nothing else, just leaves. So we need some bits and pieces of colour. Ooh. So this is how I keep my scraps. People often ask me. In fact, we had something in the group. It was like, oh no, how do I keep all my scrap pieces? Oh, and stamp cases as well. You know, loose stamps and stuff. This is how I keep all my scraps. They're just these pocket folders, pocket wallets. You know, they open at the top and you put them in a binder. I don't put them in a binder. I just put them in my drawer. One drawer for per colour, or two colours rather. So here's our gorgeous grape. Lovely. Didn't use any melon mambo or fresh freesia at this point. What else have we got here? Where are my other colours? Got some Highland Heather, but where's my other? Where's my Orchid Oasis, etc., etc. Hold on, and I'll bring out some vellum, because vellum's always handy. There we go. Oh, here they are. Are they here? Oh, I've been doing a lot of stuff with bits. No, copper clay, pork party. No, no, no. Oh no, where have I put them? Ha, here we go. I've been doing a lot of designing recently. Okay. And I always use scraps before I can use anything else, because you know that saves money. You always want to use your scraps up first, don't you? All right, so I'll shove those at the back there then. I can get them if I need. Right. So I've got my Tahitian Tide, my Orchid Oasis, and my gorgeous grapes. So I've got my three colours. And then I like to add a bit of vellum, because vellum adds a little bit of softness to everything. And we'll just punch a few pieces out. And I always have to check whether I've put adhesive sheets on the back of my pieces, because we don't need adhesive sheets for this. So we'll just get out a little bit of a scrap. You know, any little scrap you've got you can use for punching. That's what I like about punching. It's just so frugal. Aha, turquoise is your favourite, says somebody on Facebook. Excellent. That's good to know. Right. Okay, so you can use dies. If you've got dies, use dies. If you've got a punch, use a punch. And just punch yourself out some leaves of different colours. Okay, now if you've got a die set that enables you to do two different sizes, that's always handy. So like this one is a punch, and it'll let me do two different sizes of little flourishy bits, leaves. But if you haven't, then don't panic. It's not essential. You can do things with just one type of leaf and still make it interesting. I'm just doing the little ones in vellum. We like those. And see, I try not to go too close to the edges because you can jam your punch if you're not careful. And always make sure your punch is empty after you've done one. Let's do some purple. We might as well just do both of those in one go. There we go. Feeling strong for that bit. And then we'll do some, do one like that. Okay. So just make sure that all your edges are in. There we go. All right, so now we've got our 3 different coloured leaves, and then we've got our 3 little leaves, and then we've got some vellum. And immediately that you stick them down like that, you start to kind of see that they stand out quite a lot from the background because they're solid colour. So if you're stamping in the background, I recommend you would do like line leaves if you've got them, just so that when you put some solid stuff on the top, that will keep your, it will focus your eye a little bit higher up. Okay, so I'm going to use all 3 colours. If you wanted to, you could just use one, and I'm just looking to see how they are laid out. So there's quite a lot of Tahitian tide here stamped behind, so I'm going to turn that one around and put Gorgeous Grape up. Okay, so it's not quite so obvious, and then I'll put the opposites of these up here like so. Okay, it's obviously not on there yet. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little stash of die cuts, and I have a lot of die cuts pre-cut because it makes it so much easier. And see, we could do all kinds of different things now. We could work out whether we want to have a long piece with leaves coming off, or a round piece, or kind of this rectangular piece, and it could go that way or it could go that way. Just depends on what you're going to stamp, or what you have at home in terms of a set of label. You might have pre-done labels, you might have toppers, you might have anything that you want to use for words, and then you can decide which way you want to put them on your card. So I like sending hugs, but I'm not sure if I need it that big. It will just fit on there. That's nice. And it will definitely fit on there, which is also good. Decisions. It's not, it just fits on the circle. So do we do rectangle or banner? That's the question. I've also got best wishes, which I think would fit nicely on that circle. Got options. Got options, girls and boys. What do we think? I think I'm going to go with this one because it's nice and small and allows the leaves to have a bit more shape. Hello, Jane. Nice to see you. Welcome. And thank you, Angela. I'm glad that you thought it was a good idea. Oh, Taz says banner now. Now you're coming in with banners. Okay, hold on. Do we think banner instead? We could do banner. Could do banner. I'll do banner because you asked for it. Okay. So, so Taz, if it looks rubbish, it's all you know. I'm only kidding. It'll look great no matter what. So we'll do sending hugs on a banner. And don't forget, at the end of this, I will post one of these cards to somebody. So make sure that you comment if you want to be in the draw to receive a free card from me. Just fits. Just fits. There you go. Sending hugs. I like sending hugs. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I want to give the leaves lift. And so a lot of people would go, right, well, I need to give these lift. So I'm going to put dimensionals or little foam pads on the back of that and then work out where they need to go. I don't do it like that. I cheat. I put a bit of tape. Oh, Nairi likes the banner too. Good. All right, then. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Tess. We went with the banner. So I'm just going to put a bit of tape runner down. It's quite a lot of tape runner, but I'm just doing it so I can make sure it's there. We're going to put the banner in place, in position, and then we're going to attach the leaves to the banner from behind just by dabbing it down like so, quite gently. Make sure it doesn't stick off. And make sure it doesn't go off the end too badly. There we go. So we're using the glue on the back to stick those in place, and probably could have come over a little bit closer. So let's move that over a little bit closer. Okay, we're going to pop this one in front, and then this one in there. So see, I'm sticking it down to the sticky at the back, but I'm positioning it from the front so I know what it looks like. That gives you much more control. Then this one is coming in underneath, probably about there-ish. I might bring it down a little. Okay. And we'll just tag that one in under there. Okay. And then I'm going to add some vellum bits. So whatever you've got in terms of dies or punches that you want to use, you can use that. If you want to grab this from your stash, this is actually the Bough punch from Stampin' Up, but you don't have to. The whole point of this is you don't have to use this particular punch. You can use whatever you want. I just want to get this underneath this leaf if I can here. So see, I'll just lift it slightly, pop it under, glue it back down again. There we go. That's what I like about the tape. It's got wriggle room for a bit. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. All right, so then what we'll do is we'll add dimensionals. Now, you know me, I don't like, what do I not like? What don't I like? I don't like soggy middles. So you're going to go, oh my goodness, she's using loads and loads of dimensionals. Yep, I am. Because our postal system is brutal to our cards. And if I sent this through the post without any support at the back, it would get squished to smithereens even. So I like to give support. Notice I'm not supporting the leaves because they're just going to flap around. So they're not being forced up or down. Do you know what I mean? They're just going to sit there. So if they go backwards, it doesn't matter because they're loose enough to do that. The only reason why I need lots along here is if I put here and here and not in the middle would go down and gets flattened, and then the other two would stay up and it would look weird. But if you've just got them loose like that, it doesn't matter. So now you can just take this and adjust it to wherever you want. I would recommend you don't go over the end of your card because that brings in its own kind of troubles. I kind of want this a bit up. Kind of want, is that not straight? Hang on, let me get my eyes in. I've got to get my astigmatism sorted out. Hold on. That's better. That's better, I think. No, it isn't. Oh, come on, Pip. Why can't you put this on straight today? Maybe my ribbon wasn't straight. Oh, that's not straight. Come on. Is that better? That's better. Okay, there we go. Oh, my eyes are bad today. Right, so now we need a bit of gems. And if you don't have gems the right colour, but you've got alcohol markers the right colour, you can use alcohol markers. But supposing you don't have anything that's the right colour. So actually, I've only got this, Pip. You know, I have got gems that match, but supposing I didn't have any, my answer would be always go for white, because white works with everything. So if you don't have gems that match, then go clear. In this case, mother of pearl, because mother of pearl will look beautiful with any color because it's got that gorgeous sheen on it and it's sort of designed to pick up any color. So we'll pop a few of these, and I go a little wild with my embellishments, especially when I've got lots of leaves and things like this, because I feel like it needs something behind it to give it a bit of lift. So we'll do some big ones. Might do a little one on here. Might do a little one. Yeah, might go up here again. And then we might add some behind up here. A bit down here. No. Let's see, where else? I'll just add one over here. I told you I go a little bit wild because I love gems and I like a bit of sparkle, and I think everyone likes a bit of sparkle. I don't think you can have anything too much bling. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little bit of sparkle going on. Just if I can catch the light with them here, you can see the little sequins, but because they're pale white, they don't detract, they don't like take away from the card. So that was my first one with one color, well two colors, like as in one color stamping, and then that's my second one with multicolored stamping. So you see how easy that is? Not tricky, but the leaves are taking the absolute focus in that card and really kind of lifting and elevating leaves to like a special level. So I wanted to show you a few others that you can do. Sometimes you do want to add them to a flower, so that's fine. Here I've added them to a flower. Just these are the single ones. I'll just cut them out by hand. Okay. Then obviously we all like leaves that go with, you know, flowers and stuff. So that's a simple one. We just add leaves into the onto the side. But this one, this is, again, it's all about leaves. Now this is actually from a different stamp set, so you can see how you can mix and match your leaves with different ones you've got. So I'm going to recreate this card in different ways and show you how that would then look. So we can have some different, and I want to show you how you can make them look different, even if the design is the same. So we'll just be replicating something that looks a little bit like that, but with different colors. So you'll see the different options and see how it goes. Okay, so first off, we're going to need a card base. Yes, I'm sticking with the same colors, pinks and purples. Oh, dearie me, that was a bit of a bash, sorry. Oh, you like that? Everybody likes that. Nature's Prince, Nari, there we go. Yes, that's what it is. Excellent. Thank you very much. Glad you like that, ladies. Okay, so I'm just scoring this in half because I've cut it, but I haven't. So if you're in my group, we're looking at design in the next month. I'm going to have a workshop. I'm going to have an event which you'll be able to sign up for in the group, which we'll do a workshop. Okay, so in that workshop, we'll have three. I'll do probably 3 live streams, something like that, maybe more, and we'll talk about design. Okay, because I know a lot of you struggle with design, so we're going to break it down and make some stuff easy for you. Okay, so for this one, we need our fresh freesia ink pad because it started off with stamping colour on colour, and we're going to use the little splodge, and we're going to use this little stamp here with the little floral things on. So we'll put these up here, and these are just sort of framing, so we know where our leaves are going to end up going, so we're just sort of framing our central piece here. Okay, so we'll do that. So it's kind of like a little clock face, and we're just going round the clock face, but we're leaving this corner blank and sort of this corner blank. I'll put in some splatters. Have a good splatter. It's great for backgrounds, so good splatter. Just adds a little bit of extra texture to whatever you're doing. And quite frankly, you can't go wrong, because at the end of the day, it's a splatter. Just want a little bit over there like that. There we go. All right. So after that, we need some more leaves. So this time I'm going to stamp and punch them out so that I can have the same colour. So let us, which one should we do? What colour should we have? I mean, any of these work really nicely. I think that one probably works best. gorgeous, great. Now I think I'm going to go, yeah, I think we'll do this. It's good to have it in a, for a card like this, you want it in sort of just one colorway, one or two colorways, not too many options. But I like the other leaves, so we're going to go with the other leaves. So I'm going to get my good old Stampin' Scrub out. Who's got a Stampin' Scrub? Scrub, dry, wash and dry. Just love it. Love, love, love it. So, whoops. Fantastic. Okay. So this is basically one of my go-to product things that I have, and actually it's something that should be in your essentials if you're a crafter. I know Lane's like it. Yes, yes, yes. So this it's carpet basically, as far as I can tell. Well, it feels like a carpet. So this is the bit where you get it wet, and then this is the bit where you leave it dry. And so you scrub it over here to wash it, and then you dry it off over here. And honestly, it makes so much difference. Stamps that have been, you know, used and used and used and used again, and you can't get them clean, the scrub will bring them up, for sure. Unless you've used like Stays On, in which case obviously it's not going to bring up Stays On because Stays On's permanent. But yeah, it's just a great bit of kit. Okay, so we're going to do these. Oh, that's a bit close to the edge, Pip. That one's not going to punch out well. Give yourself a bit of space, girl. If you're die cutting, obviously you're going to be a bit behind me because die cutting takes a little bit longer than punching. So I understand that. Oh, I keep going. It's because I can't see. It's because I'm going over the top of everybody's heads. Hold on. There we go. Or over the top of my own head. I don't know why I'm going a little bit crazy here. We don't need that many, Pip. I'm just doing that so I can show you what I'm doing. Okay, so now I actually want to cut these out, and I'm just being frugal. It's the only reason why I'm doing this. You're going to be like, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? And you'll see why in a minute. You have to know what your punches are like. Okay, and this punches two things at once. So if I'd have left the white in there, then it would have started punching me a whole bunch of these white ones, and I might not want all those white ones. So I just trim it down so you can see where you're going and line it up. There we go. Leaf. I think that's too close. I'm not going to try that. I don't want to get that jammed in the punch. If you go too close to the edges with your stamping and then you try and punch it, that's when you jam your punches, ladies. So just be careful with that. There we go. There's another one. And then see, if I do that one first, I'm going to chop a piece out of that one. So just make sure that you're punching the right bits first. This is just... Come on. Actually, I might need another one. I might actually need another one. How many have I got there? 3. Might be okay. Might be okay. I can do some vellum ones, I think. Okay. Alrighty. We'll see about those in case we need them. In case I can get something out of them. See, now that piece came from the previous punch, so you just got to be careful that you're getting everything out. Sometimes you have to hold it and push it and do different ways. Sometimes bits get stuck in there, so just be mindful of that. Alrighty. Now I don't have the big piece that's going to make this massive statement here, so I'm going to change the design slightly so we have a different central piece. So we still get the great look, but it's just a little bit different, and I don't need to have that huge floral leaf shape. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to change it by putting a smaller sentiment in. Okay, so this is a big swag across here. So this takes up a little bit more room because although it's smaller, it's fatter. You could also do it with a circle. Circles look great for these things. Okay, so if you want to take up a little bit more central space, that would also look really good. So let's do that instead, like that. And you need to carefully position this one, because otherwise you've got a flower here that's sort of, or a leaf shape that's just like hanging off the edge on its own. So just make sure that that's coming around to hide that. So in this case, some of these I will stick down to the base, and some of them I will add to the piece of sentiment. So I've got, like, for example, another vellum piece. I might put one of those in, etc. So for this one, I want to make sure that this hides this here. So I'll just put a dab of glue on this leaf. Don't want it everywhere. I don't even need to put it on the stem, because that's going to go underneath my label. So I'm just going to position that so it's hiding that bit there. And then see, that still looks quite good. Come up a little bit more. Come up a little bit more. There we go. Excellent. These, on the other hand, I can attach to my label, so that's fine. And then I'm going to use my fresh freesia for my words. I'm going to put best wishes on this one, because it's a great label. And you can use it for anything. I love that. I love a sentiment that you can put on a card and people can use it for everything. Those are the cards that sell the best, and they're also the cards I send the most, because I can send them for any reason to anybody. Okay. So if I turn that over, do the same trick with the tape runner. Like so. And then I want a piece up here, so I'll stick a piece up there. Nice. Bit over to the side a little bit more. Yep. Actually, I think that's supposed to go around the other way. So, yep. And then for down here, I want one over here. So that comes there, that comes there, and we'll have one there, like so, and that should hide all of the pieces. And if we need to, we can always tuck some more vellum on underneath, but at the moment I've just got that one piece up here. I'm going to need to get some more dimensionals in a minute. Alrighty. There we go. And then when we position that, and you know, it's bouncy writing, so you could even do it not straight. Like, you could actually make a thing of it being not straight. I quite like that. Yeah, I do like that. There we go. So now it's not straight, but it still looks good, if you know what I mean. Morning, Faye from Maryland. How are you doing? Okay, so now I think we need some bling, but I think I actually want some shiny bling. There's my rhinestones. Sometimes silver looks just the best. So we're just going to add a few little silver bits into these sparkle here. That's too close. Too close. Didn't see how. Come on, go in. There we go. Didn't see how close that was. This needs to go higher. There we go. Alrighty, that's better. Then we can add a few larger ones coming down under here. Down there. Stick this guy up in here, just in there. Oh, looking good. Looking good. What do we think? We like? So, similar, but different, but still leaves, and still all leaves everywhere as our main focus point. What do you think of leaves now? Do you think they're just boring? Or do you actually think, no, I could use them. I could actually make cards with them. You love it, says Bevy. Sue says lovely cards. Excellent. So we're starting to get some, you know, you can start to see how leaves could become almost your focal point, or in fact, definitely your focal point, rather than just flowers all the time. So I like to give leaves a bit of a break, you know, because they're always used as fillers. I don't like them used as fillers. I want them used as actual, like, center point pieces. So yeah, there you go. How to use leaves in your card making, and when they look really good, and how you can make them be the central point of it, rather than, you know, like here they're just supporting a flower. I say just supporting a flower, nothing wrong with just supporting a flower, but sometimes they need to shine all by themselves. So you like them, love them all, good. A way to do some leaf cards, says Jane. All gorgeous, beautiful, lovely, good. You love leaves, says Taz. I like that. Excellent. And Sharon says she's going to go and try and do some leaf cards now. That's good. Excellent. I feel like leaves have been given a new lease of life. Okay, so if you have commented, I'm going to send one of these cards to somebody. Somebody's going to get one of these cards. So we'll just do giveaway, and then do I think there's anything else I need to tell you? I've told you about the just thinking. I've told you about the design workshop. If you're a member, you don't need it because we have it in the membership. But if you're not a member, you're going to get something for free if you come along to my design workshop in my Facebook group, which is Card Making for Beginners and Beyond. And you can come along, learn something. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you feel like that you then want to join the membership, that would be great. We'll do some, you know, we'll have some reasons that you might want to join. I'm always very open about that. And if you just take what you've learned and use it, I'll be very happy to. So that's good. And then I'll be back here on Wednesday with Alyssa. Oh, Wednesday we'll be playing with, well, I'm just going to show you that. And hopefully you'll get an idea that we're going off leaves and onto flowers. So Wednesday we're talking flowers. And that'll be fun. So, and then next week I'm here twice as well. So we're getting very busy at the moment. And I'm kind of wondering, I might actually pop in once a month and do a kit, because you all liked the last confetti card kit. So I might just do a kit every month, because some people enjoy buying kits. Some people are Stampin' Up aficionados and love the Stampin' Up kits. We don't get Paper Pumpkin here in the UK, but we have a lot of other kits. So I might just pop on, you know, even if it's only for a couple of weeks or whatever. I don't know. When I get time, I'll pop on and do a kit one. But that just gives you ideas as well to use stuff in your own stash. But it's not so easy because everything is a kit. This is all designed out my own head, so you can just pick up and take and go. But yeah, we'll do a bit of both because, you know, I feel like that. Faye, don't worry, you're not that late. It's all right. You're okay. So let's do share my screen. Let's do the giveaway tool. Here we go. And we're doing leaves. Going to collect some comments. We're going to do a drum roll because we've got 22 entries. Who's it going to be? Oh, it better not be me because I made a comment. Who is it going to be? It's Melly. Yay! Congratulations, Melly. I'll be sending you one of these. So I hope you like them, because you're going to get one shortly in the post from me. And I can't remember whether you said which one you liked the best. So I'm going to just pick one randomly. And you will get one in the post because I've got your address. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you've really learnt something today about, you know, how to use leaves and make it the spotlight of your card making. I bet you've all got some leaves, even if it's stickers or toppers or die cut pieces that you've got, or dies or punches or something. Leaves are there. They're just generally used as filler pieces. If you've got stamps, all the better. But if not, it's not necessarily needed as such. But yeah, I hope you've seen that it's a nice way of making a card without flowers. All righty. Take care for now. I'll see you again soon next week. Well, actually, I'll see you again on Wednesday for my live with Alyssa. And then I'll see you again next Monday. So take care for now. I'll see you soon. Bye.